We come on the air with breaking news here on this Wednesday morning on what has been a very busy Wednesday morning here in the 13 Action News newsroom. Hello, everybody. I'm Josh Krupp, coming to you live here on Action News Now, wherever you stream 13 Action News. A couple of significant developments and stories that we have been following in one case over the course of the last few years. And we'll get to the Summerfield campground story in just a moment. We're learning that that swimming pond that has been the site of multiple drownings over the course of the last couple of years is being officially closed down. But let's talk to you about the Whitmer High School football shooting first. An arrest was just made in connection to this shooting that happened outside of a high school football game in October. We are learning that U.S. Marshals arrested the suspect in Texas and charged him with a murder that happened earlier that same month. Jerron Phillips, age 22, was arrested in Houston, Texas, on two unrelated warrants for mishandling a firearm and failure to comply. He now awaits extradition back to Toledo. So he's charged for allegedly shooting into a crowd at the high school football game against Central Catholic that happened on October 6th. Two adults, a Whitmer student, were hurt. Nobody was killed. Police were searching for the car involved with that. That was a blue Dodge Charger. You may remember pictures of that floating around. No word on if that car was found or is still out there. The car is the least concerning bit of this, but for anybody who is asking about that, we don't have any information on that. But he also faces charges in connection to this. It was a murder that happened on October 7th on the expressway. It happened on the Grange and North Expressway Drive, where multiple people were murdered, were shot, I should say, including 26-year-old Jonathan Coleman. He died 9 days after that triple shooting. His death occurred the day after the shooting at Whitmer High School. He was in a vehicle with two others whenever shots rang out here, fired into that car, hitting all three people inside the vehicle. Coleman died 9 days later at a hospital. It has been months now since both of those shootings occurred. The one at Whitmer High School obviously has had the whole community of Washington local schools on edge as they were awaiting news of this arrest. Whitmer and Washington local putting out a statement this morning, and I'll read it to you. It says in part, "Since October 7th, we've had faith that law enforcement would find the individuals responsible. This arrest means that there will be accountability for the deplorable act that disrupted the lives of our students, staff, their families, and our community. We're grateful for the efforts of so many who aided in this outcome, including our outstanding school resource officers who not only offered assistance in the case, but also provided immeasurable support and security to our students." Going on to say, "We're looking forward to gathering together as a community this fall and taking back what has been rightfully ours all along. Irreplaceable Friday night Panther football memories." So that is the latest in the Whitmer High School football shooting. An arrest made in that shooting after several months have gone by. Now let's tell you about the other big breaking story that we are following today. The KOA campground in Monroe County permanently going to close down that swimming pond after it was the site of multiple drownings in recent years. It's a popular swimming pond there at the Monroe County / Toledo North KOA in Summerfield Township, permanently closing that amenity there. It's located off US 23 there at exit 9. Two teenage boys drowned in the same pond in 2022 and 2023. Jalen Hill of Toledo, 15 years old, died while swimming there last year, and then just last week we've been telling you about the drowning death of 18-year-old Anthony Shores Jr., who just graduated from Start High School. In 2021, there was a 13-year-old Andy Snook who almost died at that pond. he had a drowning incident that left him in a vegetative state permanently. We were just telling you about his family's efforts to try and either get the thing shut down or get answers as to why this keeps happening. Now there is a resolution in that story, at least on that part of it, that this swimming pond at this campground is getting shut down. We have crews heading up there right now. We heard that it was being drained. We're going to look to verify that. A lot of questions about how that keeps happening there, how we keep having incidents at that campground. But the word just into our newsroom that the KOA campground going to close that swimming pond there permanently in wake of multiple drowning deaths in recent years. So a very busy Wednesday morning so far here at 13 Action News. Again, recapping the other story, that Whitmer High School football shooting. An arrest has been made in that shooting. An arrest made in that shooting. A man arrested in the state of Texas in connection to multiple people being shot outside of the Whitmer High School football game last October. He is awaiting extradition back to Toledo, where he will face also a murder charge in connection to the shooting of Jonathan Coleman back in October that happened 9 days before the shooting at the Whitmer High School football game. Washington local schools celebrating the arrest, saying that this means there will be accountability for the deplorable act that disrupted the lives of our students, staff, and their families and our community. Also following the breaking story that campground is shutting down its swimming pond, Monroe County, Toledo North KOA in Summerfield Township, permanently closing that amenity. 2 teenage boys died there after drowning in that same pond in 2022, 2023. 21 saw another near drowning death by a 13-year-old who remains in a vegetative state. So a very busy Wednesday, start to your Wednesday here at 13 Action News. As we learn more about both of these stories, which we're surely going to follow throughout the day, we'll be right back on here to let you know any of the latest developments. Just wanted to hop on here wherever you're streaming this to get you caught up to speed before you get started here on your Wednesday. For all of us here at 13 Action News, I'm Josh Croup. More updates to come starting on Action News at noon. Good day.